Life can get overwhelming. Work pressure, responsibilities, constant noise. Mentally, we all need a break sometimes. That's why people travel. That's why vacations matter. And for many travelers, cruising has become one of the most popular ways to truly relax. Ocean views, endless food, shows every night, and that feeling that for once, life is calm. But here's the part most people don't think about. A cruise ship isn't just a floating hotel. It's one of the most complex machines ever built, carrying thousands of people miles away from land. And most of the time, everything goes perfectly fine. But sometimes, things don't go as planned. A sudden storm, a technical issue, a medical emergency. And when something goes wrong at sea, there's no pulling over. Today we're talking about cruise ship disasters. Not the scary headlines, not the panic clips, but what really happens when things go wrong, and how these situations are actually handled. Before we get into it, quick thing. If you like honest cruise content that actually helps you cruise smarter, not just prettier, you'll probably enjoy what we do here. A quick like or subscribe really helps the channel grow, and it tells YouTube you want more videos like this. Alright, let's get into it. Cruise ships are designed with safety in mind. They're built to handle rough weather, mechanical issues, and emergencies. But designed to handle doesn't mean nothing ever happens. Let's start with storms. Cruise ships constantly track weather systems days in advance, satellites, forecasts, radar. The bridge crew usually knows bad weather is coming long before passengers do. Most of the time, the ship simply changes course, but sometimes, avoiding a storm isn't possible. When a ship sails into heavy weather, things change fast. Outdoor decks are closed, furniture is secured, crew members switch from service mode to emergency readiness. Elevators may stop, passengers are advised to stay in their cabins. Those videos you've seen of waves crashing onto decks, they're not exaggerations. What you don't see is the bridge crew working non-stop, adjusting speed and direction minute by minute, sometimes for hours, trying to find the safest possible angle against the waves. And here's something most cruise lines won't say out loud. They often under-explain storms on purpose, because panic spreads faster than bad weather.
So instead of saying severe conditions, you'll hear something like, just a bit of rough seas tonight. That's your cue to hold on to the handrail.
Now let's talk about the scenario that really worries people, losing power. When a cruise ship experiences a power failure, it doesn't immediately turn into chaos. Ships have backup generators, emergency lighting, and independent systems designed to keep navigation and communication alive. But if the issue is mechanical rather than electrical, fixing it isn't quick. During a power-related incident, elevators stop working, air conditioning may fail, toilets may be restricted, food service becomes limited. Even something as simple as taking a shower can suddenly feel like a luxury. And you'll notice something interesting about the announcements. You won't hear engine failure, you'll hear technical difficulties or operational adjustments. Different words, same reality. Now let's talk about one of the most serious risks at sea: fire. Fire is extremely dangerous on a ship, which is why cruise ships are divided into fire zones, fitted with automatic fire doors, and monitored constantly. Crew members train for fire emergencies long before they ever serve a guest. That friendly waiter bringing your dessert? They might be part of a trained fire response team. If a fire breaks out, crew respond within minutes. Entire sections of the ship can be sealed off. Most passengers never see flames at all. And that's intentional. That mandatory safety drill at the beginning of every cruise, it's not just a formality, it's because when something goes wrong, there's no time to explain. Now let's move to something cruise lines really don't like advertising: medical emergencies. Cruise ships do have medical centers, but they are not hospitals. They're designed to stabilize patients, treat injuries, and manage outbreaks, not handle major trauma long-term. If someone has a serious medical emergency, the ship may change course, skip ports, or coordinate a helicopter evacuation. Sometimes the entire itinerary changes because of one medical situation. And then there's illness. When a virus spreads on board, things quietly shift. Buffets close, self-service disappears, crew disinfect constantly. Sick passengers may be asked to stay in their cabins. The announcement will sound calm and polite. Something like, "We're taking extra sanitation precautions." What that really means is someone's vacation just turned into isolation. Now here's something many first-time cruisers learn the hard way: ports are not guaranteed. Even if nothing goes wrong on board, ships can be denied entry to ports due to weather, local regulations, political situations, or health concerns. When that happens, itineraries change instantly. Excursions are canceled. Days at sea replace dream destinations. Compensation, if any, is usually minimal, because legally, you didn't pay for destinations. You paid for the cruise experience. It sounds harsh, but it's written into the contract. Now, let's talk about the biggest difference between what passengers see and what actually happens. Passengers see delays, long lines, confusing announcements, and frustration. Behind the scenes, engineers work through the night, crews sleep in uniforms, captains coordinate with ports, coast guards, and company headquarters across multiple countries. Every announcement is carefully written, every word is approved, not to deceive passengers, but to keep order. Cruise ships don't panic publicly, because panic creates more problems than the original issue. So what's the real takeaway from all this? Cruise ship disasters don't mean cruising is unsafe. Cruising is still one of the safest ways to travel, but it does mean that when things go wrong, the experience can change very quickly. The real luxury isn't just balconies, shows, or champagne. It's understanding how cruising actually works before something happens. Because when you know what's going on, you stay calm, and calm passengers always have a better cruise than confused ones. If this gave you a clearer picture of what cruising is really like behind the scenes, you're exactly the kind of traveler this channel is made for. More honest cruise insights are coming. And remember, the best cruises aren't perfect. They're the ones where you understand the reality before you sail. If this gave you a clearer picture of what cruising is really like behind the scenes, you're exactly the kind of traveler this channel is made for. More honest cruise insights are coming.